Good morning, everyone. Our topic yesterday was psychoanalysis. Now let us study another social science idea, which is hermeneutical phenomenology. Okay, let us introduce first the proponents of this idea. The first proponent is Friedrich Schleiermacher. Okay, Friedrich is known as the father of modern theology, and he recently the father of modern hermeneutics. Took the theory of interpretation onto a whole new level. Okay, Friedrich is often regarded as the father of modern theology. He made a significant contributions to the field of hermeneutics. Why? Because he expanded the scope of interpretation beyond biblical text to encompass all kinds of literature and discourse. So, parang he changed the concept of hermeneutics. He changed the focus from biblical text to all kinds of literature and discourse. By doing so, he laid the foundation for modern hermeneutics, which seeks to understand how meaning is produced and interpreted in communication. And our second proponent is Martin Heidegger. He is a prominent philosopher of the 20th century, further developed the philosophy of hermeneutical phenomenology. Now let us study the difference between hermeneutics and phenomenology. Phenomenology and hermeneutics are both philosophical approaches concerned with understanding human experience and interpretation, but they have distinct focuses and method. So let's start with hermeneutics. Hermeneutics is the theory and methodology of interpretation, especially the interpretation of biblical texts, wisdom, literature, and philosophical texts. So hermeneutics is the study of interpretation, especially the interpretation of text. It seeks to understand how meaning is produced and understood in communication, including written text, spoken language, and cultural practices. In hermeneutics, analyzing a literary text involves understanding how meaning is created and interpreted. So hermeneutics is simply about interpretation. Let's have an example. Okay, for instance, when interpreting a poem, one examines not only the words themselves, but also the cultural context, author's background, and historical influence to grasp the different significance embedded in the text. This approach seeks to uncover layers of meaning beyond the literal interpretation of the words, exploring themes, symbolism, and the author's intended message. So by doing so, they understand the meaning behind the poem. So in hermeneutics, a person is not only studying about the literal meaning of this poem, but the meaning embedded on this text. So that is hermeneutics. Now let's proceed to phenomenology. Phenomenology is a way of studying and understanding human experiences and perceptions. With phenomenology, we focus on experience directly without thinking too much about its meaning. So, kabaliktaran siya ng hermeneutics. Refers to a person's perception of the meaning of an event, as opposed to the event as exists externally to that person. Okay, phenomenology focuses on the study of conscious experience and the structure of phenomena as they appear to consciousness. It aims to describe the essential features of human experience without interpretations and explanations. Okay, for you to understand phenomenology, let's have an example, okay? Imagine you are sitting in a quiet room, listening to a piece of classical music. As the music plays, you close your eyes and focus solely on the sounds entering your ears. You pay attention to the interplay of different instruments, the rise and fall of melodies, and the overall mood created by the music. Okay? In this scenario, or in this example, instead of analyzing the music in terms of its historical context or theoretical concepts, you simply immerse yourself in the present moment and describe what you are experiencing. You might notice how certain passages evoke feelings of joy or sadness, how the tempo of music affects your heartbeat, or how specific musical motifs trigger memories and association. Through this process, you aim to describe the essential features of your experience of listening to music without imposing any interpretations. You focus on the raw sensations and perception as they manifest in your consciousness, allowing the music to speak for itself without the need for theoretical explanations. In essence, phenomenology encourages you to explore the richness and complexity of human experience without relying on external frameworks or interpretation, but rather by engaging directly with the phenomena as they appear to consciousness. So in this example, uh, you are not giving interpretation to the music itself, but you are giving meaning to your experience. So that is the concept of phenomenology. Now let's proceed to the two main approaches to phenomenology, which is descriptive phenomenology and interpretative phenomenology. Now let us study first what is descriptive phenomenology. Okay, descriptive phenomenology is a widely used in social science research as a method to explore and describe the lived experience of individuals. It is a philosophy and scientific method and has undertaken many variations as it has. Okay? Descriptive phenomenology is a research method used in social science to explore and describe the lived experience of individuals. It aims to understand the essence of human experiences without imposing theoretical frameworks or interpretations. So in this approach, you are merely describing a phenomenon, okay? Let's have an example. Imagine you're studying how people experience joy, okay? Instead of guessing or assuming what joy means to them, you interview several individuals and ask them to describe times when they felt joyful, okay? By carefully listening to their stories and jotting down common themes, you are able to describe the essence of joy as it's experienced by different people. So in this approach, the researchers simply let the individual describe their experiences. So let's proceed to the second approach, which is interpretative phenomenology. Okay, this is an approach to psychological qualitative research with an geographic focus, which means that it aims to offer insights into how a given person in each context makes sense of a given phenomenon. So this is about the interpretation itself. Okay, interpretative phenomenology is an approach to psychological qualitative research that focuses on understanding how individuals interpret and make sense of their lived experience without a specific context. Let's have an example, okay? Suppose you are researching how people cope with failure. Through interpretative phenomenology, you interview individuals who have experienced failure and ask them to explain how they dealt with it. By listening closely to their explanation and analyzing their perspective, you gain insights into the different ways people understand and cope with failure in their lives. Okay, it's about interpreting experience. Okay, so interpreting experience is the focus of interpretative phenomenology. Okay, we discussed earlier The difference between hermeneutics and phenomenology. Now let us bring the two approaches together. We will have hermeneutical phenomenology. Okay, hermeneutical phenomenology is a philosophy of and a method for interpreting human experience to understand the question of what it is to be human. Rather than aiming for objective truths, it seeks to interpret and make sense of the subjective meanings and interpretation people attribute to their experience. When we say subjective meanings, ano nga ulit yun? Okay, when we say subjective meanings, magkakaiba. So, the meaning of an experience is iba-iba base sa tao. Okay? Because ang mga tao ay may sariling karanasan, experience, culture, and etc. So, hermeneutical phenomenology is a way of looking at what it means to be human by understanding how people interpret their experience. Instead for searching for one single truth that applies to everyone, it focuses on the different meanings and interpretation that each person gives to their own experience. It recognizes that each individual sees the world in their own way, based on their background and personal beliefs. This approach helps us understand the many different aspects of being a human. Okay, para mas maintindihan nyo, let's have an example. Okay, consider a group of people watching a sunset together. Each person may interpret and experience the sunset differently based on their unique perspective, emotions, and life experiences. For one person, the sunset may evoke feelings of peace and tranquility, reminding them of cherished moments spent with loved ones. Okay, for another person, he may find the sunset nostalgic, stirring up bittersweet emotions about the passage of time. Okay, another person may view the sunset as a symbol of hope and renewal, inspiring them to reflect on new beginnings. In this example, hermeneutical phenomenology would focus on understanding and interpreting the diverse meanings and interpretations that each person attributes to the experience of watching the sunset. It acknowledged that there is no single, objective truth about the sunset's significance. Rather, it is subjective. Okay? It is subjective truths based on individual perspective and interpretation. Let's have another example. Okay, the COVID-19. In the context of COVID-19, hermeneutical phenomenology would focus on understanding how individuals experience and interpret the various aspects of the pandemic from their own unique perspective. For example, some people may perceive the virus as a severe threat to their health and safety, okay, leading to feeling of fear and anxiety. Okay, other people may interpret it as a minor inconvenience, focusing more on practical measures to protect themselves and others. Okay, and other individual may have different coping mechanisms, such as seeking information from trusted sources, practicing self-care, or relying on social support networks. So in the context of long COVID-19, the experience is subjective. Other people might see the experience of COVID-19 as a fearsome, and other people might see the experience of COVID-19 as an inconvenient. Okay? By examining this lived experience and interpretation, hermeneutical phenomenology helps us gain insight into the diverse ways people navigate and make sense of the challenges posed by COVID-19. Okay, that's all. Now let's have our recap. Okay, what is hermeneutics? Okay, hermeneutics is the theory and method of interpreting texts, especially biblical, literary, and philosophical ones. Another, what is phenomenology? Okay, it is the study of conscious experience and how phenomena appear to consciousness, aiming to describe human experience without interpreting experience. Next, What is descriptive phenomenology? It is a method in social science research to explore and describe individuals' lived experience. Uh, this phenomenology focuses on describing the experience of a person. Next, what is interpretative phenomenology? It focuses on understanding how individuals make sense of phenomena in their context. So, this phenomenology is about the interpretation of the experience of the individual. And next, who is Friedrich Schleiermacher? So, he is known as the father of modern theology, and he transformed biblical interpretation into a broader theory applicable to all texts. Next, Martin Heidegger. So he is a philosopher who developed hermeneutical phenomenology. Last, what is hermeneutical phenomenology? Okay, this is a philosophy and method for interpreting human experience, focusing on subjective meanings individuals attribute to their experience. So that's all. This is our lesson today, hermeneutical phenomenology. I hope na may natutunan kayo kahit papano. Goodbye, class.